Welcome to Malt Liquor Socialists. I'm your host, Mr. Kieffer, and today I am joined by the fancy feast of disgruntled progressives, Mr. Morgan.
I love how we said, hey, we're back for our second season, and then immediately took 2 weeks off.
Yeah, no, that was fun. Well, we've been out of production for a few weeks, but hey, we're back. A Malt Liquor Socialist story? Dude, we've got some stuff to cover for our Southern Oregon listeners.
I have not been paying attention because I enjoyed going off to the coast and relaxing and unwinding. And every once in a while, I would kick on Facebook and, make a post or something. And I would see little nuggets of other people posting going, hey, there's some shit going on with this county commissioner shit. And I'm just like, nope, just keep scrolling.
Yeah, we're gonna catch up on some of this.
Oh, wonderful.
So, dude, the Josephine County Commissioners at this point should have had a vote on the Josephine County Library lease.
I feel like should have is a key word there.
Well, they did.
Oh, okay.
They did.
Okay.
But there's a reason why should have.
Okay.
When I was originally putting this script together, it was before this last week's. It was from the 14th meeting and all kinds of fun stuff. By the way, the summation of said plot development might surprise you.
Oh, no.
And truth told, we are going to largely cover the county commissioner business meeting from the 14th of August and then the 21st of August.
Great.
There's a reason for that.
Okay.
We are going to discover the reason as we progress through what will be probably our longest recording to date. Although possibly, I don't know. I did a lot of editing.
Come on. Yeah.
I did a lot of editing for the video of this because there were two to go over, and grand total, it would have been unedited about 5, maybe 5.5 hours of video.
Good God.
I know, between two. I think I got down to a hair over 3.5 hours.
Gee. Okay. We are definitely not going that long.
We'll go as long as we can.
Okay.
If we can make it a 3.5, that'd be great.
I will drop this mic and leave.
I have handcuffs.
So, shit.
Before we get into that, though, I wanted to issue a thank you to a Jonathan and Victor for reaching out to us via email. Jonathan reached out to us about a month ago or so, and I was bad and forgot to give him a shout out. And Jonathan, I'm sorry, but thank you very much for reaching out to us via email. And Victor reached out to us while we were on break. Victor is one of the routine commenters on the Josephine County Commissioners weekly business meetings, and swell person. I'm glad he reached out. Victor, thank you. I hope you're having a great day today. Now, without further ado, let's get into our local topic.
Oh God. Okay.
So this meeting that we are going to start with starts with a somewhat typical violation of separation of church and state.
Great.
As we get into the invocation before the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm getting to be pretty okay with that actually now, because it just always happens. So fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, anyways, if I recall correctly, we're not going to be covering that prayer in today's episode.
Oh, no.
Normally, I'd like to. Okay. Normally I'd like to because one, it pisses you off, but I also like to play them in order to show out how prayer should not be a part of a government function on any fucking level.
Yes.
However, we are going to be covering the past 2 business meetings in one episode, and those business meetings were fucking long.
God. Okay.
As I mentioned, nearly 5 hours of video, so forth. And when I edit this down, I edited it down to, I tried to get just the library stuff with a few exceptions. There's some exceptions where I want to cover them.
Okay.
But yeah, it was almost entirely about the Josephine County Library. And there will 110% be some familiar faces / voices on this episode, especially right after the commissioners lay stuff out right out the gate. Are you ready, good sir?
Yeah, okay. I took my breath. Here I am.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right, welcome everybody. We'll call this meeting to order at this time.
Okay, we're at the gate. We're giggling. I have to ask because I've viewed this so many times. What are you giggling at, sir?
Is Barnett actually wearing a suit?
I mean, if by suit you mean a
What
T-shirt
the
with a business
fuck?
jacket over it.
What the fuck are those buttons on each side? What the fuck am I looking at?
Oh, you mean like up near his neck?
Yeah.
I think those are pins.
Oh, God.
I think he's wearing, I don't know like what they are. I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
the
know.
one to
Yeah.
his left, I think is an American flag pin. I don't know what the other one is.
Okay. Also, the big like thumbs up that he gave right at the beginning there. That's like, oh,
Absolutely
God,
golden.
what a fucking douche.
We're not even 5 minutes in. You're going to love today.
Oh, great.
Before we get started, I just want to point out a couple of things. If you've looked at the agenda either online or wherever you've got it, I just want to point out a couple of things here in the structure of how this morning's meeting will progress. We are doing a regular weekly business session like we do every week. We have agenda items on there. Within that, there's a public hearing, and the public will be given an opportunity to speak to that item and that item only. Thereafter, we will have an opportunity for the people to speak, public comment on any subject, again, any subject they would like to speak to. And then at the close of the weekly business session, we will open a hearing for the lease at 200 C Street, and where you will be given an opportunity to speak only to that particular topic. So I just want to be clear that everybody understands the format. And with that, we'll move on to agenda item number 2. This is declaration of potential conflicts of interest. Commissioner Smith?
After reviewing the agenda, I see no conflict of interest. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Barnett?
I've looked over the agenda as well, and I don't see any conflicts.
Thank you. And I have done the same and see no conflicts.
Of course.
All right. I just wanted to cover the conflict of interest thing because it's always good, and I always feel like it's going to be just a hoot and a holler. So...
All right, next up is requests and comments from citizens. And at this time, everybody here will be given 3 minutes to speak to any topic. And I stress that any topic you wish to talk about. It may include how nice the weather is, how good of a job we are doing or not doing. It may include the library if you choose to speak. You will be afforded an opportunity to discuss the lease, 200 C Street, at the hearing that will be after this weekly business session. So I will remind everybody that we have some rules on the wall right here. I know everybody here is going to be civil and polite. And so with that, any topic of your desire. Who would like to speak first? Okay, let's start with the second row right here, sir.
Okay, so this is where I start editing the shit out of stuff. And when I say start, I mean I've already started. They had some earlier business that's like, no, this is not important. This is not relevant. Cutting through it immediately to comments, because this is comments for anything.
Okay.
They will then discuss the library and have people do comments on just the library. And we've included some of those too.
Okay.
But this is just regular comments, and some of these are about the library. Some of them are not.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Holy shit.
There, yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Morgan's first view of this. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seats that are empty. This place is fucking packed.
It is a packed fucking house, and I just got to say that I've never seen that before. I've never seen it that fucking packed.
No, it's insane. People are very interested in a very specific topic.
Oh no!
We've already skipped over the first person on this, and there's a person who's a regular on here who I just have to include because, god damn it.
Okay.
Judy, come on up.
I like he recognizes
And
her
remind
name.
everybody to give us your name and approximately where you live, and this is for the record.
He literally
Thank
just
you.
addressed
Go
her
ahead.
name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judy
Yeah.
Aarons, resident of Josephine County. Kudos, triple kudos to the Chamber of Commerce for the lemonade stand. So when I was down here, I was just so inspired by these kids. And I only stopped at 2 to get lemonade, but at least, to let them know that I'm participating in their
Lemonade Day, everybody.
That was really great.
The earlier one was about Lemonade Day and stuff. Yeah.
And Commissioner Blech and the rest of you, I really commend you for the 3 minutes. I know there was a problem with the trash and the homeless and everything going on, which is still going on, incidentally.
Jesus
but
God.
down the Grants Pass City Council, they've knocked back to just 2 minutes instead of 3. And yet when you even have your big crowds and so many people want to speak, I really commend you for maintaining the 3 minutes. That's really admirable when the time can go by here and linger on until sometimes in the afternoon. So thank you so much.
And I just blew my first fucking minute talking about how many minutes
also,
we get.
I want to go back to my son, when he was growing up, we took him to the library a lot. And my husband, late husband, passed
And I
away in
wanna
2000.
make sure no books
We really
of the blah,
monitored
blah,
the
blah,
books that
yeah.
he did in the children's section. And there was a time when I saw a book that was very questionable. And what was nice, I went to some elected official. He actually got it removed because this is not appropriate for small kids. So even though as we progress into a progressive society, and it seems to get pretty crazy out there, our children are innocent, and we have to maintain their innocence. And the way we do that by what they read,
By
what they
indoctrinating
see,
them
and
with what
even
we
in
want.
Exactly.
In the public schools right now with the book tricks, I believe both schools have gotten removed. I don't even want to graphically to tell you how bad it.
So to clarify, this has been a constant complaint of hers. It's not a book that's in the children's section of the public fucking library. This is a book that was in the county schools library. It's a book that, to what I recall, was not in School District 7's library, although she has shown up to those school board meetings and bitched, pissed, and moaned about this book being it's not in there. And how do I phrase this? There's no evidence that they intentionally put that book in there. It honestly seems like it's a book that was supposed to be in the high school library, which is appropriate for high schoolers. And my assumption is somebody took it home and then their younger sibling got it and returned it to the wrong fucking library.
Yeah.
The horror.
It's
It's insane. She still has talking to do.
a minute and 23 seconds.
Maybe.
But the information and the picture editorials were, and I think one of the assemblymen, he read it on the floor, and they gabbled him down. He said, "Wait a minute, you're gabbling me down?" And yet it's been taught to sixth graders. Excuse me.
It's
Triple
not being
excuse
taught
me.
in any
Jesus
fucking
fucking
classes.
We have a
Christ.
society that's changing, that anything goes down. That's unfortunate. I wish more churches would be into saying this is right and this is absolutely wrong. We're getting into
fuck off.
Times it says good will be bad and bad will be good. So we got to be careful of what we do because our kids are at stake and they're our future and we love them to death. So thanks very much.
Okay, that's the end of her thing.
Jesus Christ.
I do want to point out, recently in some of my argumentations online, I have been pointing out that there have been a lot of arrests of child predators.
Yeah.
And a lot of those tend to be Republicans,
Strange.
and pastors, people of the church. But let's have the church be fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is just insanely stupid. Nobody's teaching this book in their goddamn class. It's a book that's available in a school library. And the fact that it was in a middle school library is probably an accident.
Yes.
Blow it out your ass. Now, I believe the next person's going to be somebody who's going to be extra super special.
I'm here.
In the corner, the black shirt.
Okay. I cut this to this guy.
Oh,
Good morning, Commissioners.
Wait.
First of all, I'd like to declare that I have no conflicts of interest on what I'm about to say.
We need your name and where you live.
Yes, my name is
approximately.
Mike
I'm sorry.
Pelfrey, and I'm a Josephine County resident.
I fucking knew it. Fuck. Where the fuck did this guy? Where the fuck has he been?
Oh no, you're gonna love this, and by love this I mean you are going to get into such a rage.
I'm
on
already
this.
there.
Oh,
He just showed up and I'm angry.
okay. Take a breath. I do not need to have you have an aneurysm.
Okay,
today.
yeah, no,
Take
okay.
a breath.
Yeah, I'm
'cause
good. I'm
you're
good.
gonna build up again.
Okay.
You are totally gonna build
Do
up
it.
again.
Press that play button.
Not too long ago, a local Democrat decided that they became unhinged in regards to some social media posts that I put out there. So I wanted to clear some stuff up about that because I went out of town that very same day on a fishing trip. that
You're
I'd been
never
on
in town,
for
Mike.
quite some time.
Edgar.
I was accused of threatening the president or an ex-president of the United States, President Obama.
Because he did.
Because you
If you
did.
go back and actually look at my social media posts, you'll see that nobody was threatening anyone.
What the
The
fuck?
real threats come.
I wasn't threatening a former president. Okay, then having them swing by a tree until dead is not threatening?
Technically, it was watching his feet jerk. as
Yeah,
he
what
hangs.
fuck off.
I know. It gets better.
Okay.
It gets so much better.
Okay.
From the Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
You have people like Kathy Griffin holding an actual severed head of President Trump You have
An actual severed head of
politicians in DC.
An actual severed head?
Not a fake severed head, an actual severed head. Donald Trump had his head cut off for that.
And she fucking got a visit from the fucking Secret Service too.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
throughout the United States that call for the attack of ICE officers that are actually just doing their job, as well as
So are the brown
the
shirts.
assassination of our current sitting president, Trump.
Not assassination attempt. Trump was killed.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He that's how
Yeah.
he was killed and
He
brought
was-
back.
yeah.
That earshot just Oh fuck. So, but by the way, something I just want to point out in this,
Yeah,
that's
let's-
not related to any of this. Is just as much as a disrespectful cuck is this little pissant is. He is the only man in there who's wearing a hat.
True.
He is inside this. You know, it's like I'm even of the mindset. It's like if I'm going to be there,
Well-
once I'm in, I'll take my hat off.
I mean, you know, he's got to be like the NASCAR guy and, you know, show off who he supports and, you know.
Yeah, no, look, I'm just. He's obviously trash.
Obviously.
This is just one of those
Yeah.
little minor details
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not really of any importance. It
No.
just stands out to me.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
know. No, he has to wear it proud.
Yeah, it's not the MAGA hat, too, to my knowledge. I can't tell. The video quality is too crappy.
Yeah.
All right, we shall continue.
So the reason I mentioned the things about Obama and the fact that I personally feel that he is a traitor to the United States of America. He has committed treason. This is an opinion. But if you also look at the news of lately, you'll see that a lot of information is pointing to exactly that.
Yeah.
The day
From
that
fucking
Trump-
people that fucking feed you, who fucking spoon feed you what you want to fucking hear, Mike.
Yep. Again, like when he says the news, I take that word very with term loosely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
came down the elevator, he was attacked from day one. They were calling for his impeachment before he actually took office. So they are actually the party of hatred. And when I say hatred, it's extreme.
You were fucking calling homeless people fucking vermin. You fucking cunt.
Yep. No, again, this whole thing, his thing right here, he is running defense.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's a reason why he's running defense.
God.
Mr. Edgar Michael Pelfrey is a predominant member in the Republican community here. He is a racist piece of shit.
Yes.
I would even go so far as to say as white trash, but I honestly think that's insulting white trash. This guy's a cuck.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is, they're not going to remove him from this. They're not going to go, okay, Mike,
Yeah.
Mike.
Right.
You're going too far. We need you to like back off. They're not going to do that.
No.
And so what he's doing is he is covering his ass because this fucking stunt of his on social media blew up in his face a lot harder than he thought.
Uh-huh.
And right now he's trying to run defense because look, next election cycle we have come up, if what I did in its actual context is in any way, shape, or form associated with the Republicans, we're not going to lose Republican votes. But about a third of the votes in the area are independent.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people vote for the Republicans based on name recognition. If my name's associated with that for this,
Yeah.
we're fucked.
Uh-huh.
Right now, he is trying to run defense on the narrative. He pulled incredibly racist, vile fucking social media posts that absolutely were threats to a former president.
Yeah.
He got calls from the Secret Service. Fuck him. I hope it was
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, he has to be running some sort of defense because why the fuck would you show up at the county business meeting?
Yeah, no, again, and this is from the same fucking coward who ended up resigning before the city council could have a goddamn vote. The city council, before their business meeting, mentioned in like one of their behind the scenes, okay, look, this thing happened, a social media post and blah, blah, blah. And they didn't mention him by name. You knew who the fuck they were talking about. I think we should bring that up next meeting and, have a talk and maybe vote. And it was the most wishy-washy, pissy vote they had to see if they'd talk about it next meeting. And it turns out they would. And keep in mind, most of the people on that community, the city council,
Yeah.
they voted to put him on that fucking budget committee.
Uh-huh.
And rather than him go through the process of, okay, they're actually going to have to talk about this and it's going to be on record and they're either going to vote me off, in which case that's going to make me look bad and the Republican Party look bad, or they're going to not vote me off, in which case that's going to make them look a lot worse because they're going to have to go over the context of this. This chicken shit fuck resigned.
Yep.
He ended up just giving her a short little resignation letter that came off as like, oh no, that looks kind of maybe professional way to pussy out there, except at the very end, he signed it. Best regards, AMF, adios motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So again, chicken shit little weasel. He's trying to rewrite the narrative. Let's get back to him doing that.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's got a minute and 14 to go, and he uses a minute and 15.
Oh, shit.
All you have to do is go outside these doors and go and attend one of their functions or their so-called rallies, and what you'll see is that they say some of the most disgusting things that you could possibly imagine about conservatives.
As you
But
said,
also
the
about
guy
our
who called
sitting
homeless
president.
people
Who in
vermin.
their right mind? Did anybody, I don't remember one conservative calling for the impeachment of Obama.
Yeah, bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
I recall during Obama's presidency when I would drive down 6th Street and there was somebody with a picture photoshopped of Obama with a fucking Hitler mustache. And I don't know if it was Mike. It could have been Edgar for all I know. I don't remember who was holding it, but it's like all this shit of like vile, he's projecting bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact is, there were plenty of people going, we need to recall Obama. These were just people who didn't have any power in politics. And the politicians knew it's like, if we do this, it's not going to go anywhere. There's nothing here to recall him for.
Or the impeachment of the aging and auto pen Joe Biden.
Irony.
Not one.
Wow.
But yet, look at how they attack President Trump. They also attack me because I mentioned that Obama should possibly go back. You know, I'm thinking that he's probably going to flee the country if he does get hit with charges for treason. And I mentioned the fact that he will go back to Kenya where he is belonged, and perhaps the tribes there will allow him to come back in and be a part of their tribes.
So you remember, I showed you those social media posts he made, didn't I? Yeah, the one about spear chucking.
Yeah.
So Mike is, Mr. Edgar is very much underselling.
He's a racist piece of shit.
Oh, very much so. He's a fucking, this guy's a Nazi.
Yeah.
If we were in Germany 1930s,
fit right the fuck in.
Oh yeah, he would be up there in his nice cut trousers, brown little SS, and he would be goose stepping everywhere like a proud little Nazi.
Oh yeah.
So 15 seconds to go.
Fuck, too long.
These folks, all they have to do is get on their little devices and they can Google the fact that Obama's family is from Kenya. This is not a secret. He is a traitor. He's a treasonous traitor.
Redundancy.
And what is the penalty for treason? Thank you.
Go fuck yourself.
He's a traitor. He's a treasonous traitor. I'm running out of words to say. My vocabulary isn't very big. Jesus Christ, what a fucking prick.
What a cocksucker.
Okay, so just FYI, that's not the last time we're going to see him in this.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, because remember, they open up comments for just the library later.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, yes. We're going to see somebody else who we haven't actually seen, to my recollection, on these commissioner meetings before. He might have been. It's just the first time I recall us seeing him.
Okay.
I think he might be up next in this edit.
Oh, God. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on.
Can I remind everybody?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Before we get to that, so here's the thing that you can't tell from this video. Somebody recorded a video from a different angle from a phone that had much better audio, like collecting everything. During Edgar's whole thing, people were sniggering at him. He was getting like a lot of flack, and like people were just like giving him like shit. And so keep in mind, this is a man who came up to defend his very racist views, and people were sniggering at him, and has a response to that. And guess to which it is.
I can only.
Let's keep a sense of decorum here, because the snickering and the snide comments, they're not helping anybody.
Well, neither is fucking Mike.
Nope.
I will give those that are being respectful a kudos. I really do appreciate it. But the few of you that are not helping this meeting move
Go fuck yourself,
in a
Blech.
constructive manner.
Fuck off.
Can we just kick it up a notch?
Yeah.
We're all mature
Yeah.
adults
Fine.
here.
Yeah.
All right. Who would
Fuck
like to speak
you.
next?
Okay. So one thing I also want to point out with this specifically, Blech has totally glanced over Pelfrey being a disrespectful shit before. There is somebody I know who went to one of these meetings and was saying stuff that Pelfrey didn't agree with. And Pelfrey was giving this person the finger while this person sat down, started making kissing gestures to this person. And when it was pointed out, Bletcher's response was, it was out of my line of sight. I can't see it.
God.
It's a perfect view of the camera.
Yeah.
It can see everything that Blech
Jesus.
sees. Blech is a Weasley little pissant.
Yep.
So, yeah, we shall continue. Oh, sorry. I was incorrect. The next person is a student we like. Is a person we like.
Okay.
It's
All right.
a teenager for the library.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Mary Wells. I have lived in Grants Pass for about 14 years. And since I've lived there, I've been a frequent patron, volunteer, and supporter of our library. And today I came to talk about what the library has to offer. I'm sorry I showed up late. I ran here from work, and to anyone in the back whose feet I stepped on, I'm very, very sorry.
Good.
So there's a lot of statements about the library that I've seen recently. I've paid very close attention to this issue. One note I've seen a lot is that the digital age has rendered libraries obsolete, that because we do have increased access to books and the ability to purchase books via digital devices without having to collect a physical book, libraries are then obsolete. I'd like to counter that by saying the library does offer free digital services to check out ebooks and audiobooks, to download them onto your phone, rather than paying for a subscription service or buying each book individually. In addition to this, the library provides free Wi-Fi from I think 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. that can be accessed, which is truly a gift in a community that can be exceptionally rural towards the edges of town. I know from personal experience that having Wi-Fi installed out on a rural property can be exceptionally costly and a very hard thing to do. So it's very important that we have a space where people can go to access the internet, especially because it is so necessary in so many aspects of our day-to-day lives. Additionally, the library provides many public services. It provides a space for students or people who don't have other places to go to stay safe. It's the climate. We have very cold winters and very hot summers. We are an exceptionally rural and socioeconomically lower community. So it's very important that people have a place where they can go and stay safe and out of bad weather. The library also provides learning and information. If you walk through our computer lab, you'll find tons of free pamphlets and information on local public health services, local city services, career resources for getting a job, computer resources for learning how to use devices because they're just so crucial. So in conclusion, I'd like to say that the library is a public service and should be provided to all in the community. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, yeah, again, her I like.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No, she's great.
Yeah, and I think she volunteers for the library.
Okay.
She's awesome.
Great. Okay.
Still not the guy I was thinking. I added this a while
Morning,
ago.
Commissioners.
Where have you
Mark
been?
Jones.
Mark
Busy.
Jones.
I'm here today representing myself, a property-owning, tax-paying private citizen.
Okay.
So civilized societies, we need laws, and we require laws, and those laws need to be enforced, and that's the only way we remain a civilized society.
Okay.
So those laws come in many different forms. A form that we have here locally is our current county charter. Now, granted, it needs some amendments, needs some changes. We all know that. But the charter is a foundational governing document. It sets the structure of our county government, elected offices, powers, duties, and certain policies, like support for the library. It's a force of law locally. Within the county, the charter provisions have the same force and effect as the county ordinance or resolution. And in fact, it overrides ordinary county ordinances if they conflict. The limitations, obviously, are it can't conflict with the U.S. Constitution, the Oregon Constitution, or state statutes. So on that note, our county charter, section 14.5, labeled library support, says the board shall provide for the support and maintenance of the main library and library branches. Now that word shall holds a lot of meaning. And when a law, such as our county charter, states that it shall be done, then the board shall support the library and the maintenance of the library and its branches. That was amended in 1992, and I believe that was after or during the time that the 30 cents plus per thousand of county tax for the library was then absorbed into our general fund, making it the whole 58 cents that we have now. So I believe, and not knowing what the commissioners were thinking back then, back in the day, but my guess is they put this in the charter since it was amended in 1992 because of the fact that they took that money from the library and put it in the general fund. So I ask today, when you have your hearing, that you remember laws need to be enforced. Thank you.
Okay.
Good.
So
Good.
Thank you.
something I want to bring up, because
Yeah.
that's right. The person who I was thinking of, I believe, is right after this.
Okay.
But there's something I want to bring up.
Yeah.
He read the charter for that.
Yeah.
It said shall fund the library. It didn't say community library. It
Right.
didn't say county library. It just said the library.
The library.
There's a reason why I'm bringing this up.
Okay.
Do you know this guy?
John West, Josephine County.
What the fuck?
Yep. He the way, let's let him introduce himself a little bit more, because it gets a little bit.
I have the charter right here. Let's open it. Since we got so many people that's so smart, let's go. This charter was created in 1981,
Yeah.
Okay.
Josephine County.
Yeah.
We had a Josephine County library. We have a community library. It is not a Josephine County library. This
Yeah.
charter does not represent
Bullshit.
the library at hand.
Bullshit. So keep in mind, again, the charter is specifically talking about the library.
Yeah.
And it's like county library, community library. Here's the thing. He's splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Because this community library is the community library for the county library district. It's the same library district for the library they have in Wolf Creek, in Cave Junction, and so this is a county fucking library. The fact that it's the Josephine Community Library doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This walking piece of foreskin's just trying to bullshit.
Holy shit.
Yep. And earlier, he was in the background. I don't know if Mike Pelfrey was talking to him specifically, but
God.
it looked like they were maybe talking. Shenanigans for those two skinheads.
You will find out through the courts, this only represents a county library.
You're part of the county.
So here's the other thing too that I absolutely love. So this has nothing to do with this specifically. It's just the gall of it. He's saying you will find out through the courts. And my thought is, oh, you mean like how you found out through the courts that 5 of the 6 reasons for the recall were validated by the courts that you spent wasted money on? Good fucking job, you worthless shit.
God.
The county taxpayers voted to get rid of the county library.
Nope.
And in place, they decided that they wanted a community library.
Nope.
What the
They
fuck?
sent it on the tax levy, and it got voted down. So then the library decided they had to go and handpick a certain area where they thought they would get representation for the community library. It passed 52-48, 6,200 votes against 5,200 or whatever, something like that. 52-48 still was not supported tremendously.
This fucking
This
guy,
charter
I'm
does
sorry, can you
not-
pause it? This fucking guy right here is the fucking guy that you see in every fucking 80s movie. The rich guy that wants to bulldoze the fucking place where all the kids go.
No, yeah, no. This guy is he's the angry old rich man.
Yeah.
Who it's like, look, I want my money, and the fact that there is a place here where these young kids can go and have a good time and it doesn't cost them anything, it fucking infuriates me.
Yeah, He's that guy.
He is.
Represent a community library. You shall not spend our tax-paying money when we're outside the district for a
You're in the
community
county.
library.
Yeah.
You're in the county.
You're in the county. So I think the only thing with the county, like with the district and the library and stuff, since there are community libraries and they're all spread across the county.
Yeah.
But like you're paying taxes if you live closer to Grants Pass or in the district for the Josephine County Library in Grants Pass. And you're not paying for like the one over in Cave Junction and whatnot, which I think is redundant because if you have a library card at one, I think you have a library card at all of them.
Yeah.
But there are certain areas within the Josephine County where technically it's not within the district in air quotes because you live so much out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and the Josephine County Library is so much not in the middle of the county. I mean, Grants Pass is right on the edge of the easternmost borderline. That okay, it's like if you can't reasonably make it in, you're not technically in the district. It's still a county fucking library. It's
Good God.
insane.
What the fuck?
Oh, he didn't
Thank
use
you.
all of his.
Oh,
Anyone
good.
else this morning? This is on any subject. Remember, we'll be talking to the lease at 200 Northwest C Street in the
God damn.
following hearing. So
Oh, this guy. We love this guy.
Morning, Commissioners. Bill Hunker.
Yes.
Oregon.
Yes.
Let's clarify some facts.
Let's do it.
It's been publicly stated by both Barnett and Blech that there are 88,000 citizens who trust them. However, any statement that claims that all the county's citizens trust you is statistically a lie. The best you can actually verify are the numbers of voters who trusted you at a specific moment in time, namely November 2024. Take Barnett. He received 23,748 votes to win the general election. That's not 88,000. That's 27% of 88,000 Josephine County citizens.
Yeah, we have shit voter
That's a
turnout.
good win. But he can't claim even half of the registered voters trusted him. So please refrain from making up wild figures in an attempt to impress the public. Just state the facts. Then there's Blech. He also said he was trusted by 88,000 in the county. That's certainly a lie. In fact, the only verifiable facts we have of how many people trust Blech at all are the 2 votes that elected him. He was never publicly elected, so there are no verifiable statistics to support that he is trusted by any more
Thank you.
than 2 people.
Thank you.
Of course, Blech and Barnett can always cling to the hope that people trust them, but hopium is not objectively quantifiable. So just start telling the truth. Another thing Barnett said last week, I'll be in the community. I ran on that. I promised the people I would keep them in touch with community events. Let's examine the holy grail of voter promises. That's the voters pamphlet. Despite post-election claims that he was chosen because he promised the public he would inform them about county activities, Chris Barnett's own voter pamphlet tells a vastly different story. His verbiage centered on patriotic branding, conservative identity markers, and a resume heavy with military credentials. But nowhere did he pledge to prioritize citizen transparency or communication. The phrase positive and transparent leadership appears once. If informing the public was truly a high priority election promise, that promise was conspicuously absent from the voters' pamphlet.
Oh, man.
Just one more example of Barnett's cunning rewriting of history, one press release at a time.
I love that guy.
I love
Thank you.
that guy. Love it.
Nika Goodwin, Josephine County. The public comment portion of the weekly business session has the potential to be mutually respectful an effective way for information to be shared and evaluated. Unfortunately, what has been happening is entirely different. In weeks past, Chair Blech reminded the board that they do not have to respond to public comment, and if they do, it should be done with much caution. Currently, commissioners respond by admonishing those who speak for not meeting privately with the commissioner in his office. Recently, Commissioner Blech took it upon himself to terminate many valuable county positions that impact service to our county in the name of efficiency. Meeting one-on-one with the commissioner is not efficient. The community members who come to speak about their concerns are taking time to take part in the governance of our community. As many people as possible should benefit from their time and comments.
Thank you.
Community members continue to respect the process. They come and speak for their 3 minutes, and they continue to get no response or an admonishment if their perspective is not in favor of current actions of board members.
Oh, yes.
Commissioner Blech, you have attempted to dismiss questions and criticisms, stating that a community member's passion is a symptom of mental illness. To attempt to discredit a voice that questions or criticizes your decisions by labeling the speaker as mentally ill is not only socially unjust, it is deeply disrespectful to the speaker
Mr. Morgan
and
is
to those who
fist
suffer
pumping
from
right
mental
now.
illness.
He's very happy.
Commissioner Barnett, you have told those who question or criticize your actions that they should, instead of spreading negativity, be spending their time volunteering in our community. You have stated that they should have a servant's heart like you. You have no idea when or where or how people choose to serve. Just because they are not driving around in a golf cart or showing up at events and eliciting attention for something they did nothing to make happen does not mean that they do not serve. Some may choose to bask in attention here on earth, but others may choose to store up their treasures for another time and place. Commissioner Smith, though you choose to take a more covert stance in the actions of the board, does not mean that you are not accountable for them. You do not speak up to oppose the decisions of your fellow board members, and you do not demand that community voice be respected. Your reticence is received as a tacit agreement. If one chooses to lie with the dogs, one may find himself bitten by the same flea.
Boom. Right the fuck there. What have I been saying about that all the fucking time? Yeah, meeting them, they are coming to this fucking business meeting and they are telling you what they want to tell you. What the fuck then gives you the right to be like, well, I haven't heard from you. You haven't come to my fucking office. They're right the fuck there.
This is a part of your office.
This is your office.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's insane. She hit that nail on the head hard. And something, I don't think I have it in here. I had to edit it out. But in one of Chris's responses, I think he kind of addresses this. And he mentions, it's like, no, we haven't, because she brought up very briefly, but also very pointedly. He mentions, no, there haven't been layoffs and all this. Somebody put together a video and shared on Facebook of Chris's quote.
Fuck.
And then it has some fun music. It's not yakety sax, but it's in that range of just like, wow, of news stories of when these three shitheads got into office.
Oh my God.
Hey, layoffs from the county. Hey, more layoffs from the county. Yeah, again, Chris is a lying sack of shit. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
I like that one. That was good. That was good.
Raleigh Smith, Grants Pass, Oregon. I take offense being admonished because I want to roll my eyes, applaud in silence, and in other means display my
You're going to want to watch this.
feelings towards the three of you. And I want to remind you all, you're not going to silence me. In reference to the previous speaker, Chris Barnett, you did allude to people having a servant's heart. I have been volunteering in this county since 1989. Not just once a year, not just 5 minutes here and there, continually, every freaking day. And when we say volunteer, it's my time, my gas, my passion. I have 2 minutes remaining. And I'm going to ask the people in the audience, even if it's Mr. West or Mr. Pelfrey or the people in support of the library, to take my remaining time and in silence, figure out how we are going to have you three do your job. If I want to roll my eyes, If I want to say I want to vomit, toss up my toenails, or in any way dissent from your opinions, that is my right. So I'm going to turn my back to you.
Oh, it gets better.
As you three have done to most of the public. People can think in silence how we can contemplate making our community better. I have 1 minute and 14 seconds remaining, and I will do it in silence and turn my back.
So, large portion of the crowd, give it a minute. People are going to stand up, turn around. Now, there's a couple people, including one of them, the first one to like counter this. You have people starting to stand up, and they're facing away from the commissioners for her remaining time. You have currently 3 people who have stood up and are facing commissioners. Now 4. West is going to. There will be 5, but the vast majority of these people stand up and turn away from the commissioners slowly. Yeah. It's not all at once. They stand up. But Edgar Mike Pelfrey was the first one to stand up and almost in a saluting way, stand up for the commissioners. Keep in mind, we have, just to count this, I'm going to pause for a sec, so this is going to go longer in time. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 people so far who've stood up to turn their backs to the commissioners.
Oh, God.
I would say not quite half, but a good portion. Versus 5 that are just, they stood up in response to we need to support our commissioners, including the former commissioner, Mr. Foreskin, West. We will now continue the roll for 17 seconds.
Okay. Oh, God. I love it.
Oh, another one stood up. So 20 now.
20.
20.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Barnett. I have no announcements.
So, okay, that was the last comment of this that was of any particular interest to my recall.
Okay.
So now I think we get into announcements before they're going to take a break, and then they're going to get into actual, like, the library and comments on the library. Because keep in mind, this was not yet about the library.
Oh, God.
We said people in it.
What we will do now is we will end the formal weekly business session at 11:28, and if it pleases the board, we've gone longer than we typically do for this type of a meeting, and I would like to do a 5-minute recess, if possible, and because I have an understanding, or I believe that with the amount of people here that are attending, this meeting will go a little bit longer than my physiological ability will be able to handle. So we could take a 5-minute break.
I have to piss.
All right, let's
haggard.
All right, thank you. We'll reconvene at 11:35.
Okay, and then cut.
Wow.
And
I'm trying. I'm trying.
This is coming back.
What the?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I cut this, and then this is them coming back, and I just wanted to include this because right before they come back, he's on mic, just like you can tell that, because that's Bletch's voice.
Yeah.
You can tell he's just saying like, motherfucker, like he is not enjoying today.
Shit.
All right, commissioners.
Cue footage.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. That break was well needed. We will now start a public hearing at 11:37, and this is in regards to the lease discussion of the lease, 200 Northwest C Street, and I appreciate everybody's patience this morning, and I appreciate those that are being polite and civil. I really do appreciate that, and I hope that continues throughout this meeting.
Boy, we'll see.
Judging from the amount of people that are here, I want everybody to be heard. As I said in the previous meeting, I think it's important. And what I would like to do to accommodate everybody, I know we have rules here that say that everybody gets 3 minutes. I would like to extend that. If you feel the need that you need 4 minutes, you're more than welcome to use 4 minutes when we get to the public comment section. But what we're going to do right now is this is an issue that's been worked on for quite a few months. And I would like to have an update or an opportunity for Commissioner Barnett to speak to the work that he's done in regards to the negotiation of this lease. And I would also like to have a representative from the library. I believe Ms. Latsky would like to speak to that too. I'm not going to put any time limits on what you're wanting to speak to, but I would just hope you'd use your professional judgment and understand that all of our time is valuable right here, but don't feel like you're under any time constraints. So Commissioner Barnett, if you'd like to get started.
So just a heads up. I cut this. I cut this because Barnett rambles. In the way he normally rambles for like 10 minutes. He says so much without really saying anything of interest. Just that roundabout way. It's like, no, we all. So I definitely encourage people, if they want to listen to it, because he does actually say something. It's just he did not need to spend 10 minutes saying it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and
pencils.
Yeah, it's nuts. I also cut the response, I believe, from the representative from the library, because at this point, I would hope everybody here knows the positions and what's going on. And again, Chris has been negotiating with the library. I know what the results of that negotiation were supposed to be.
Oh, God.
And I don't necessarily disapprove them. I'm not tickled pink with them. But yeah, let's get into this.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. At this time, no.
Oh, yeah. People
If we're
were
going to go down that
clapping.
road, I'll shut this meeting down right now. And
So people were applauding before he could get to comments, and this is his reaction.
I want to do that. Please don't force my hand.
Please
This
don't
time,
force my hand.
If you want to show your
Fuck
enthusiasm in a courteous and constructive way, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to speak. As I said earlier, we will not abide by the 3 minutes. If you feel like you need 4, you're more than welcome to use all 4 minutes.
So just a heads up.
God, yeah.
Blech, and this whole thing of like being upset about people clapping or all this. This is going to play a very heavy role into something that you are not going to like later.
Oh, no.
You are going to be fucking livid. But here's the other thing, and this just dawned upon me while we were recording today. I don't necessarily think he is, but it does make me wonder. Blech went out for a 5-minute break and then came back. I'm wondering if he has like a little hip flask at his desk or something, and he had to take a whack at that because his level of patience and stuff, which normally isn't very great. This is such an egotistical little cuck that it's insane. But it seems a little shorter than it normally is.
Interesting.
So
This time, who would like to speak this morning in the back row?
Remember how I said
Please,
there's people?
everybody, let's keep a sense of decorum, not just for the audience, the speakers, and I'd also ask the same of the board up front here. So let's just keep it polite, civil.
The best part about this was I didn't have to actually edit this. He was the first one up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. I think that's the least that we should do.
Fuck off.
Mike Pelfrey again, Josephine County resident. I'm going to say that I have never not said that I didn't support our library.
He has said that. Yeah.
What I have seen,
why the fuck we're here,
is that not our library, but the library system in general has gone down a completely different path than what I remember.
Revision.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
And
Give it to us.
I've only been to this library one time, and it was very concerning that when I did go into the library, I witnessed homeless people sleeping in the aisleways, and so
hold on.
What the fuck?
I think we may have found exactly why Edgar is so against the library. It's not that he's against reading, although I don't think he can read.
Yeah.
It's that people who aren't housed can go in the library.
Yeah.
And they can use resources like the computers to, like potentially find jobs, or they can, like escape from the heat with the air conditioning, or in the winter, they can escape from the cold with the heating. He is upset that, in his words, vermin have been using the library.
He is upset that people are trying to raise themselves up by their bootstraps.
Exactly.
Holy shit. I never would have thought. Except I have, because these people are fucking morons that just hate everybody except themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, neo-Nazi Santa. Let's continue to listen to what you have to say. Because he has a little Santa beard.
Yeah, he does.
We mentioned about the fact that we want to keep our library a good place and a safe environment for the children in our community that utilize the library. Well, I think that it would be important that the library staff at least monitor who's coming into that library, because I'm sorry to tell you, and if you don't know this by now, we have some very unseedy characters within our community.
Unseedy? You mean seedy?
Yeah, and first off, yes, misspeaking. And second, irony.
Yeah.
So much irony. Literally one of the seediest fucks we have in our county is sitting here talking about there are seedy people in our area.
So I just would like to hope that the library will look after the young folks in our community.
You don't give a shit.
The other question that I have that pertains more to this lease is the fact that what I would like to know is what happens at the end of the 5 years. So right now, the discussion has been how much, or the county needs to do this, the county needs to do that. Well, it sounds to me like the community library is on the hook for building supposedly a new library in our community.
Yep.
Does that mean that when that happens, the county is completely null and void from any more negotiations? It is a done deal. These are two separate entities. So I would like to know that is addressed, because that sounds to me like it's going to be a ginormous expense that's going to take place, however, in the future. So if in fact that does take place, I want to know that we, meaning the citizens, taxpaying citizens of Grants Pass, because I think we have already enough skin in the game by being unfortunately forced to pay taxes towards the library for those especially that don't
this
utilize
motherfucker just was complaining about how much we have to pay taxes for this, but I don't want to pay taxes. What the fuck? How the fuck do we live?
No. The best thing about this is his problem wasn't with the library. His problem wasn't paying taxes for the library. His problem was that the library is used to help seedy characters, unseedy in his words, unseedy characters, but seedy characters. And this is where this is fun, because anybody who has paid attention to this goober mouth motherfucker is very well aware that he has routinely pushed to try to get taken out of the library district. So he's not paying taxes.
This guy is the reason why we're fucking here.
He is. This is a guy who has pushed West, and I don't think West had to be pushed very hard. Commissioner Foreskin was very critical of the library too, but he is one of the reasons why West got recalled.
Yeah.
He helped push that. The library, like the whole thing with the library, caught the lawsuit that cost the county thousands of dollars was because of this motherfucker.
Yep.
And it wasn't because, there are seedy people in there, and it's like, no, he just didn't want to pay the fucking taxes.
He does the MAGA way. I don't want to pay taxes.
Yep.
I wonder why my house is burning down. Well, you didn't pay the fire department.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Mike.
All right, let's continue.
and don't find it benefits their personal situation. So I would like to know whether or not the county and the citizens are going to be on the hook any further once they do decide to break ground. That's all I have today. Thank you.
It's going to be a county community library still. The big difference is they're not going to have to be paying rent for the building.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hold on. I just want to preface. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not okay. Sorry.
Palmerton, Grants Pass. I just am curious, if you are going to vote on it today, why we need to have public comment ahead of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that because that's literally just like, here's the nail. I am hitting it right on the fucking head.
Yeah.
And that's a valid point. At this stage, they've already made up their fucking minds.
Yeah.
Now there will be something later, not this meeting, but the next meeting that I'll have to point out because there's something here that's a little bit meh. But there's plenty.
Why do you keep stringing me along?
Foreskin is about.
Oh. Okay.
Commissioners, John West, Josephine County. I'm a little perplexed with this lease in hand. It's a 5-year lease with no out clause, except for insubordination. And
So to be clear, the lease he's reading, what he's bitching and pissing and moaning about is that this lease that he's reading does not have a terminate at convenience clause. So in this 5 years, the county can terminate the lease, but there has to be cause for it. Okay? That's the only thing he's pissing about right now.
you three work for 88,000 people in Josephine County.
Go fuck yourself.
Supposed to serve 88,000 people in Josephine County. That is an asset of the taxpayers of Josephine County. You're not making one penny of money for serving the taxpayer of Josephine County.
Oh, God. They're not supposed to. It's a library. It provides a service, not a fucking profit.
If we sell the Demick campus and we have to relocate those entities of planning, building, public health, and facilities, the estimated cost is $236,000 a year if we was going to lease that building back per year. Where does that money come from?
Taxpayers.
You're not getting money to restore money. You're not a normal lease dollar figure for that building. You're not even getting close. You're getting a spec. So who are you representing here? The building continues to be owned by the taxpayers. Once the repairs are done, $1 a year is nothing. I don't know where we come up with this $1 a year figure. But it is not in today's world. It does not make business sense.
This is a county.
Yeah.
This is not a business.
No.
The point of this is that they provide a service and they manage the budget. It is not to make a fucking profit.
These fuckers think that everything should be a business and then wonder why they get fucked over.
Oh, yeah. No, it's insane. So, continuing.
Nobody in their right mind would lease a building for $1 a year, even if you're saying, well, you do the maintenance cost. Check the companies that lease buildings
the prior
out.
agreement
Nobody
was.
does that. Grants? Yeah, grants are going away. They're going away.
Why?
And but we're not replacing anything.
Why are they going away?
We have no way of creating revenue. We keep talking about, well, let's figure out a way to create revenue, but we're not taking our assets and making revenue with it. We're giving the revenue away.
These people are so ass backwards.
Where the taxpayers already
insane.
pay $1.6 million a year for the library support, which is great. But then the taxpayers that aren't in the district are paying to support a library that they said no to.
Okay, hold on. But if they're not in the district, they don't pay the fucking taxes. So, am I the only one?
No.
I know, I'm being rhetorical. But it's like the disconnect here. It's like they're not in the district, ergo they wouldn't be paying. It's like, then what the fuck's the problem?
Also, like the thing that I just keep getting hung up on, and I get hung up on this with just everything that these people talk about. They talk about taxes and they talk about, how we're going to tax people and how we're going to do all this and how we're going to create revenue. And yet they're the same people that will spout on Facebook who will vote down new taxes because they don't want to pay taxes.
No new taxes. No new taxes.
So none of this fucking matters to you. You're just fucking spouting out your ass. Also, I think it's a little fucking strange how this motherfucker can basically come into the room and bully the people that were appointed after him. Like, fuck you. You shouldn't even be in that fucking room.
Oh, you want to know something that because there is going to be a recall effort for 2 of these sitting commissioners, and since there was the recall effort that was successful against former Commissioner Foreskin here, I'm going to give you some information that you might not like.
Oh no!
So if a commissioner is recalled, you know what keeps them from running for office again?
What's that?
Dick. Nothing. They can run for office again. So this sentient fucking foreskin, he can run for office again. And this is the thing that drives me up the wall. a lot of people are low information voters. They just vote for whoever like gets put in front of their face.
Yeah.
They'll vote Republican because that's how they've always voted. They stopped paying attention a while ago because they don't have time.
Yeah.
It's like people work a lot of jobs. You just don't have the time to focus on it. So in theory, this sentient diaper stain could get voted in again and pull the same shit all over again.
Yeah.
Because again, low information voters who don't have the time
and then
for
we're
this.
going to be right the fuck back here going, fuck these people.
And people wonder why we have this problem. Continuing.
And you would be forcing them to do that. That is wrong.
Wrong.
The additional costs to the taxpayers, there is additional costs. The additional cost is the revenue that is not being created from the asset that we all own. Thank you.
It's not a fucking profit.
Good God, y'all.
And we have our teenager again,
Mary
who we very
Wells,
much like.
Grants Pass.
She's
I wanted
awesome.
to thank the commissioners for the opportunity to speak. I wanted to thank Chris Barnett. You've been involved with this from the beginning, and your open-mindedness has been just excellent to watch, especially in a moment in time when politics are very often polarized. I've appreciated your open-mindedness. So what Commissioner Smith said earlier really spoke to me about, how we're all here today for the library. And I wanted to remark to that. So I learned how to register to vote at the library through a program they ran about 3 years ago. When I got my driver's license, I registered to vote. I'm now a registered independent in the state of Oregon. I won't be eligible until after November of this year because I'm 18. I drove to this meeting today, and I couldn't have attended otherwise. I didn't have a way to get here without that. I got my permit and my driver's manual from the library. I read them and studied them until I could get my license. And this is not the first or last public meeting I have attended or will attend. But I'm not just here because I love my library and because it's given me so much. I'm here today because I can't vote, and even though I can't vote, I trust you. I trust you to make the community where I live a better place. I put my faith in you, and I can't speak for everyone in this room, but I think a great number of us put our faith and our trust in you to protect our community and to make it a safe and a better place. And that's why I'm here today. So I would urge the commissioners to please vote on this lease as is. I think it's a wonderful job, and it's a wonderful product of months of negotiation to really serve the community. So please take the trust that I offer to you to protect my community and do what is best to serve us. Thank you.
Okay. I really hope if she doesn't end up doing stuff with like library or that is a young lady who I honestly hope if she gets into politics, I think she would go far.
Oh, yeah.
Now, something I want to point out for you, Mr. Morgan, sir, because I just realized you don't have this context.
Uh-oh. One
of the big changes they made in the library lease from what it used to be to what it is now, or to what it is in this.
Yeah.
They made it so, okay, termination of lease is not at will.
Okay.
You have to have a reason.
Okay.
In the previous lease, there was a terminated convenience clause in it. Now, that said, there's a trade-off for that because I like that. That's good. Mm-hmm. The trade-off for that was the library still gets $1 a year lease, but the library is on the hook to do the repairs for the roof.
Okay.
So that was something where it's like before in the previous lease, that's the county's business. Mm-hmm. And so basically what the library's getting out of it is they're going to have to do repair on the library roof, which is going to cost tens of thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. But in, the give and take of that, if this lease is approved, they can't just get tossed out.
Yeah.
It has to be for a reason.
Right.
And we're talking about a 5-year lease. We're not talking about like an insanely long lease.
No.
Our kids will be like maybe in middle school at that point. So let's continue. I just wanted to give that context.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gail Potasic.
I love her hair.
I have owned property
I do
in
too.
Grants Pass for over 22 years and have been a full-time resident for the past 5 when I retired. I've worked for over 20 years for not-for-profit organizations, and I understand, and as a part of that, I negotiated contracts. Granted, I never negotiated a contract with a public entity, so I'm not exactly sure of the ins and outs. But I am sure that once you have a negotiated contract that every party agrees with, is you sign that contract and you implement it. So I also don't understand why we're having public comment and we just aren't signing the contract. I also have two other comments I'd like to make. And one is that libraries like school, the police, fire departments, public work departments, all of those are providing services for the public good. Mm-hmm. And they're funded through taxes from the community. I pay those taxes. Yeah. The community library is a district. So in a sense, it's a government entity. It's not a private organization. So it's appropriate for them to have a $1 lease because, again, that provides them a space in which they can continue to provide services for the public good. So that's the end of that comment. The next comment is about how funding gets from taxes I pay to the library. So I just want to paint a scenario for you. We just put solar on our house. And if I paid the solar company money to put solar on the house, and the bosses of the business decided, I think I'd rather put those funds towards something else. You'll get some, but I'm going to give some to some of my other customers. I would be outraged. And so I think would everybody in this room, including yourselves. So why is it okay to take money from my taxes that are going specifically for library services and using it for something else? I don't understand how that can happen. And that's the end of my comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Something to point out about that, for those of you who know your history, recent history in this area, we actually had that issue back in like 2006, where the library's yearly budget went towards the sheriff's office, and it was enough to keep the sheriff's office open for like a couple weeks. It was insane. So anyway, sorry, continuing.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Matt Spurlock in Grants Pass. I'm here today as yet another member of this community who believes in our public library. I share the idea with recalled Commissioner West that the library is an asset, although we may have a different sentiment. I take my 3-year-old daughter to the library often. Yesterday, I managed to drag her out of the library after nearly 2 hours of crafts and a scavenger hunt with other children. The library is one of the few true public spaces left that is open to everyone, regardless of income, politics, or circumstances. Our world is so full of microtransactions. Having a place where all the products and services are provided at no cost is an opportunity to come up for air when we are drowning in corporate greed. Mm-hmm. The Ben Bones Room of the library also serves as a free public meeting space that is available for anyone to reserve multiple times per month. I happen to have the room reserved after one of the previous meetings that you had with the library board, Mr. Barnett. I know budgets are tight and priorities are many, but investing in the library, as the citizens had voted to do by levy, is one of the most cost-effective ways we can invest in our people. It prevents problems before they start, by helping kids succeed in school, by helping adults find work, and by giving the community a safe, constructive gathering space. I'd like to reiterate that had the library levy not been absorbed into the general fund in 1997, that it would have received over $50 million last year. You have undoubtedly seen the I Love My Library signs. I ask that you please vote to extend the lease, not just because of Section 14.5 of the Josephine County Charter, but because it is the right thing to do and the will of your constituents. If at the end of the lease in 2030, the board and the courts decide that the library is no longer subject to the county charter, I ask that you do a feasibility and cost study of erecting a new library and satellite branches with the same level of services. Thank you.
In short, it would cost a shit ton more.
Yeah.
Okay, seeing no more comments.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
you're going to be angry.
I'll bring it back to the board. At this time, I would like to point out the time of day. It is 12:34.
Okay.
My thoughts at this point in time are that this board would need to deliberate this to some extent.
Okay.
I don't know if my colleagues here have any commitments, but I do have a 1 o'clock commitment today.
What?
I don't believe that there'll be ample time to discuss this. And I would like to entertain to table this hearing until next weekly business session where we can finish this.
You have
My reasons are because of the time of day today, as well as the consensus.
Oh, I just want to point out, apparently it has been brought up that we'll get to the drama of this later, but after this, because, Blech has a 1 o'clock he just mentioned. Apparently he was dicking around for well after 1 o'clock around here. Continuing.
Okay.
Of one party's desire to push this to the finish line. And my calculations show that we have 139 days to the end of the year, and I'm not saying that we need to use any more than we would need to, but I think it's reasonable for us to continue this meeting until the next weekly business session. What are the board's thoughts?
Without
no, let's. What?
We need a motion a motion to continue the meeting.
I'll make a motion to continue the meeting.
So, hold on.
Okay, we have a motion. I'll second that motion.
No, wait a second. I want to get this done today.
Okay. All right, we're going to put an end to the meeting right now.
People
Okay,
have been
we
were cheering Chris.
You guys are being very disrespectful of this process. You guys are all mature adults.
Oh my!
Okay, that's it.
This
meeting
fuck
is now
off.
It is 12:36. Thank you.
Cuck. Fuck you! You fucking coward! Yeah, you fucking run away!
Yeah,
motherfucker!
Yeah, no. Again, Chris said no, and here's the thing: I don't necessarily know that Chris. It looks like he wasn't understanding. It looks like he was going, "Oh, you mean continue it today? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I want to finish this today."
Yeah.
And people cheered him, and that's what triggered.
Holy
Blech
shit!
To do that.
Fuck off, Blech.
So
you fucking coward.
That was well over a week ago. That was on the 14th. He cut that meeting off.
Okay.
So we should have had a vote.
Okay.
We should
So
have
we
had a
should
vote on
have.
the 14th.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is that they voted on it this week, or no?
In theory. I'm just saying that to fuck with you. Yes, they did.
Okay.
Okay. So, are we ready to continue episode 2 of the County Commissioner business meeting for the fucking library?
Yeah.
It's gonna get.
I hurt so much.
Oh, you're gonna want to take some painkillers after this.
No.
All right, good morning, everybody. Today's Thursday, August the 21st, 2025. It is 10 a.m., and this is the Josephine County Board of Commissioners today convening for our weekly business session. We will start out this morning's meeting with an invocation by Carrie Alderson, and that will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. So, Carrie, could you come up?
Okay, yeah.
Please, dear God, let them vote.
Yep.
Right, we're going to call this meeting to order this morning, but in doing that, I want to point out again the rules of the meeting here this morning. I want to remind everybody that we're going to be productive, civil, and polite. I know there's been a rash of some undesirable behavior at some meetings. I think we've heard about that, and let's just all try to be mature and polite. And I'm not accusing any one person of any kind of wrongdoing or any bad behavior, but just out of respect for each other, let's try to keep this meeting as
you mean respect for you. That's what you mean. Respect for you.
As possible.
He's a
That's my
little
request as
Yeah.
the chair.
Okay, so I'm just going to cut immediately into comments because they go over some other stuff that didn't have to do with the library. And they do it, then they go into the library, and I'm going to go fair call into comments, and then
I let's do it.
Second item on the agenda is declaration of potential conflicts of interest. Commissioner Smith?
After reviewing the agenda, I see no conflict of interest. Thank you.
Of course not.
Thank you. Commissioner Barnett?
I've reviewed the agenda and I don't see any conflicts.
No.
Okay, thank you. I've reviewed the agenda as well, and under item number 11, I would like to disclose.
It has nothing to do with the library.
Okay.
He's just, I think it's funny because he has a conflict. It's not with the library. It should be with the library.
That the applicant AMR and some of its principals are acquaintances of mine, and that I have interacted with them over the last few years in the capacity of being the chair of the Mining Advisory Committee. And I just wanted to disclose that. And I do not believe that will affect my decision
Of course not.
making process.
Just like the airfield.
Yeah.
All right, next item on the agenda is a public hearing. This is in the matter of the annexation to the Josephine County Community Library District by petition of landowner without election. We're going to open that hearing right now at 10:04. And we have 3 applicants. Those are order number 2025068.
I included this.
Terrell.
Sorry, I included this in for a very specific reason. This is not actually the voting on the lease, but it does have to do with the library.
Right. Okay.
Living Trust. Their map number tax lot is 3808-2300-0000305-00, 35.08 acres. And we also have order number 2025069. This is Welch J. Stephen and Welch Don Renee. 37-06-15-C0-000 427-00, 1.74 acres.
Okay, great.
And we also have order number 2025070, Detweiler, Patricia M., and Porter, Stephanie L., and their assessor tax lot number is 350711C0 000 totaling 2.39 acres. At this time, each person will be given 3 minutes to speak to this matter and this matter only. Is anybody here would like to speak to this topic?
We just have one person.
Okay.
It's very,
right
it's
here in the
very
third row, please.
clear cut and to the point.
Okay. All right. Maybe I can get through
Bill
this.
Potasek, Grants Pass.
By the way, notice it's still crowded. Much fewer people this
Much
time
fewer
around.
people.
You
Yeah.
had a lot of people who are just kind of like, fuck this noise. So.
Don't know what this is about. I know it has to do with the library, but I don't understand what the annexation piece is. Could it be explained a little bit further, please?
Would anyone else like to speak to this morning?
Come on.
That's a valid question.
Yeah.
I had no clue before this.
Seeing none, I will take the liberty here to maybe answer your question. There is a mechanism for landowners to enter into the library district by petition, and any landowner has the right to do so. And this morning we have before us 3 different properties that have chosen under their own volition to be entered into the library district, and that's what this hearing is about.
So, remember a few short minutes ago, but for them it was about a week ago, when former Commissioner Foreskin talked about you're going to have all these people who are not part of the library district who will be paying for the library district. These are 3 people, three people in the county who are opting into the library district so that they can be part of the library district and pay taxes for the fucking library district. So when last week, John West, who was conspicuously absent from this one, the lying sack of shit that he is, was saying that lying sack of shit stuff. He was, in fact, for the purposes of saying it a third time, a lying sack of shit.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that up because, that's important.
Jesus.
What we're doing right now. Next up on the agenda is...
Okay, so now we skip some stuff. And
requests and comments from citizens. Each person will be given 3 minutes to speak. And as a point of clarification, before we go into this, I know our agenda is a little bit out of the ordinary, and I just wanted to point out this is your opportunity for anybody here to speak to any topic that's of your concern. And the reason I'm reminding everyone of this is because we have another matter later on in the agenda in reference to property at 200 Northwest C Street, where the public comment has closed and we will deliberate only. So
anyways, sorry. So they do have something later. The library thing is taken care of like halfway through their meeting today. And they had something afterwards because this was, again, a long one. But so they're taking questions and then they are going to deliberate. I'm cutting the deliberation. Well, shit. I forget if I cut the deliberation or not. It might be cut. It might not. If it's not, we'll see.
Okay.
But so he's basically saying we're not having a special commentary on the library again. That's closed.
Okay.
If you want to speak to that, you can speak to anything during your 3 minutes, but we will not have any open public comment anymore in regards to the 200 Northwest C Street. And I also want to comment, there's another agenda item further down, number 11, and there will be an opportunity for the public to speak to that subject, but that subject matter only. So having said that, now is your opportunity to speak for 3 minutes, and any concern that you may have might want to bring to us.
This
Morning,
girl.
Judy Aarons, resident of Josephine County.
Yep.
Fuck.
I just want to let you know how blessed I feel to live in America.
God
and I really
damn
thank
it.
our founding fathers. They endured so much just to give us what
I
they
couldn't
give us,
turn
the
this down.
Declaration of Independence,
I couldn't turn
leading
it
down
down.
to the Constitution. I don't know if we know our history here in
I don't
the
know if
audience
she knows
or
her
at the,
fucking history.
especially at the schools, who don't teach about our founding fathers. They don't teach about the
Fuck off.
what
Yes,
they
they
went through,
do.
what they endured. You know,
What the
burning down their homes, living in the woods.
'Cause they were
living-
traitors.
A whole bunch of stuff that seems horrible and horrific to us.
You know, as pointed out in National Treasure, the first one, the nefarious Nicolas Cage movie, to treason, because that's where our founding fathers were. Had they lost the war, they would have been captured and hung as traitors,
Yeah.
because technically they were. So, welcome to history. It's fun.
Isn't it a shame that they just weren't given like a bed and breakfast so they could just, fight a war against their occupiers?
I know. It's insane. And again, as I pointed out, she's complaining about people not knowing their history.
Yeah.
She doesn't know her
She
fucking
has
history.
no idea. Ah, Jesus God. Okay.
And yet, it's interesting. Today, we take so much for granted. We take for granted that we can go to a public meeting like this, scheduled weekly, and we can get up here and we have the right to speak our 3 minutes.
Unless you clap.
Unless you clap.
If you clap or
It's
applaud
over.
or anything, then
We're
it's
done
cut off.
here.
Yeah, no, insane.
God.
Unfortunately, at Grants Pass City Council, I'm working on that one. They've gone to just 2. We'll get them back up to 3 soon. But
Okay, I do have to point out, because I think this is weird, and I don't watch the Grants Pass City Council often enough. I focus more on the county.
Sure.
But she does have a point, 2 minutes, blah. And what's weird about that is they don't have nearly as many people come up and comment on the city council ones. So that's a little bit weird. I will give her that.
When all this is said and done, with this county bullshit, I think we need to bring the city more into this too, because there's probably a lot to talk about there too.
I believe there is. Part of the reason, honestly, why you focus more on the county is because, how do I phrase this? I don't know how, but there's just so much more fucking drama in the county.
I totally agree with you. Yeah.
So let's continue with her asinine rambling.
Oh, God.
I'm just thinking of places like Russia, China, communist countries, South America. Can you imagine them coming up before here and sharing their concerns, and sometimes in an angry mode? And can you imagine them going home to a family that night? I think you'd be just totally surprised. So what we have today, and we think it's our right, it's a privilege. It's such a fantastic freedom that we have, that we can come up here, share our concerns in a nice way. As Mr. Blech said, we should do it in a nice, diligent way. And people have concerns. And you have your offices open, which I've been to.
Fuck!
Yeah, she is jerking them off hard for all their talking points. And again, I've brought this up before. I will bring it up again.
Yeah.
She always brings up Russia, which oddly enough is very buddy-buddy with the president.
Yeah, that's
she
weird.
Is googly eyes
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And then South America or South Africa.
The country of South America.
Yeah, but then it's like, we have this here. It's like, cool. So why don't you bring up Germany, France, England, Canada, like all these other countries? They have exactly what we have fucking here.
God.
It's like, no, those don't exist.
No, those
in
don't
her
exist
world.
to her. No.
Or they're America light.
And like what I said it when she brought this up the first time, whatever fucking episode that was. It's like, even in some of those like quote unquote not free countries, they do the same thing here.
Yeah.
You can get up in China and, I've seen, if you have, people on the outskirts, yes, fine, they get arrested, totally, when it comes to that, totally agree with her, fine, but even then, if you're part of the party, it's not like you can't have a fucking conversation.
Yeah.
What she's saying is just not true, like across the board.
No, it's not. It's very bizarre. And again, I think she lives in a Ronald Reagan esque communism, and all socialism is bad, and the big scary red dog, and everything that's not that is America, and she's living in a 1980s fantasy.
Right. Like how do you think people run? You have to have conversation.
So let's continue.
Yeah.
Share information or sending emails and stuff. And I know you represent so many people in the community. I think it's sometimes hard to get to everybody, but we do have that right. So I'm looking at, in some reasons, I think, why we're getting to this concern, because I deal a lot in education. I am concerned that we're at the bottom, second to nothing.
She doesn't deal a lot with education. Her dealing a lot with education is, I heard this about the library books.
Yeah.
I have no actual knowledge about this. I'm going to put my nose in this really hard. That's the extent of her.
Yeah.
Blech.
To zero, where kids can't read or write or do math. I mean, I've gone to Grants Pass and asked them about a holiday.
What?
They have no idea. They just know they have an extra day off.
What holiday?
That's tragic.
Which one?
That's tragic.
Yeah,
you tell me which one.
Yeah, no, it's like about a holiday. What are you talking about? Oh, a holiday.
Yeah.
Can you be more specific?
Yeah.
No, just a holiday.
What?
Do you mean winter break? A holiday.
A holiday. You know, there's this holiday that we have today.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. What?
I mean, I could honestly imagine her contacting the school district and saying, "Hey, I want to check out a holiday." What holiday? Oh, the one with the explosions and the fireworks, 4th of July. Yeah. Do the kids have it off?
Yeah.
It's the 4th of July. It's in the summer. Yeah, but do the kids have it off? I don't know how to answer this.
I would almost guarantee you that if you brought up Juneteenth, she would say that shouldn't be a federal holiday.
Oh, absolutely. No, honestly, I kind of get the impression that she's the kind of person who Labor Day goes out, barbecues, hot dogs. But if you talk about anything about unions or anything about how people died for the 5-day, 40-hour work week, crickets.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we grow up and become citizens and we have all these rights, we're going from a point sometimes of just pure ignorance.
Irony.
We've got some good people on the Three Rivers now. I'm going to mention all our national holidays. And what do you know? Voila, we might just have our kids know what a national holiday and actually be proud of America. Be proud that they live in this country. And know what other countries do. Show a comparison of what it is like to live in Cuba.
I dare you.
And I listen to American Family Radio, and people have been to these countries. They don't realize how wonderful, how blessed we are. So again, when we come before here, to me, it's a privilege. It's not like a demand or a right. We have concerns, and I'm glad you folks are here to hear concerns. Glad you're using that 3 minutes to allow people to speak what they need to speak.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commissioners, thank you for your time. Thank you, Commissioner Barnett, for negotiating the library lease.
Well, can we start with your name and where you live approximately? I'm sorry, it's procedure.
No worries. Daniel Burtis, Josephine County. Again, thank you for your time. Thank you, Commissioner Barnett, for your efforts negotiating the library lease. Concerns about unruly behavior at these meetings is due to a lack of listening by the board. An empty room is a good sign. It means you're doing your job. It means people aren't concerned. The last two people that spoke before me both spoke about concerns, spoke about problems. That's why I'm here speaking. Citizen behavior is reflective of Board of County Commissioner behavior. If you want orderly, respectful behavior, you need to model that. Commissioner Smith, I appreciated your comments last meeting about engagement, civic engagement, and those kinds of things. But I think it misses a larger point. I'm taking time off work to be here because I don't have faith the board will do the right thing and approve the library lease. The citizens are engaged. Look at the West recall. Look at people that vote at the ballot box. Maybe not in the numbers you or I would like, but they're engaged. Lack of attendance here does not reflect that. People are paying attention. Regarding the library lease itself, it's what you all are proposing. It's discriminatory, treats the library different than other entities that work with the county. It doesn't meet the charter. It doesn't meet the public need, but it was bargained in good faith. So I'm encouraging you to approve it. It's bad enough previous commissioners stole the library levy and rolled it into the general fund and don't fund the library anymore. Don't add insult to injury by doing more to that. The county has enough challenges for you to address, you three commissioners to address. If resolve this library dispute, approve the lease, and so we can stop creating issues that don't need to be created and focus on real work and real issues that are affecting our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good morning. My name is Eva Voris Avery. I am a resident of Grants Pass. I was here at the meeting last week and was bothered by the abrupt ending of that meeting. Commissioner Blech took issue because people in the audience spoke up without his recognition, and they were speaking up on this hot topic issue in defense of our library. My understanding is that the commission is required to follow Robert's Rules of Orders and has a parliamentarian, and yet neither of you other commissioners, Mr. Barnett or Mr. Smith, spoke up in objection to the unilateral closing of that meeting without having anyone make a motion or second it or to vote on it.
And Barnett
and to
should
me,
have.
That is a power grab that should not be ignored and should not be tolerated. And it causes me concern that the knee-jerk reaction is to say, well, I'm going to take my ball and go home now because you guys aren't playing the way I want you to play. And as the other gentleman said, people take time off of work or out of school to be here because these are important issues, and you are our commissioners. It is your responsibility to hear what we are saying. I too appreciate your efforts, Mr. Barnett, Commissioner Barnett, to come to an agreement with regard to the lease. The reason that you didn't vote on it last week, I think, was lame at best. I know that you cited a time issue, and I think that it was a way to get out of it.
Oh, it was bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I'm just wondering if you feel that you're going to continue to follow parliamentary procedure and get the proper ending of meetings, or if emotionality is going to rule the day and you're going to take your ball and go home. Thank you for listening.
So, yeah, no.
Thank you.
Right.
In the center aisle.
Right. Right the fuck there. She nailed it on the head. Yeah. Blech was like, no, I'm ending it. Barnett was sitting right there saying, no, we're doing this. We're doing it. Why the fuck, when Blech was like, no, we're done, why didn't fucking Barnett speak up and be like, hey, no, hey, I'll call a fucking motion. We'll, and then he could have had Ron seconded it.
So there's I think there's a reason for that. That when we get to rent to the end of this, we're going to get into, because there's a bit of a pattern that Barnett has. So now this next guy, if I'm not missing my mark, I think he has to do with the YMCA.
Okay.
Throwback.
And he's pro library. It's just he's from the YMCA.
Oh.
Hi, Brett Converse, Grants Pass. As much as I agree, the importance of decorum, I was shushing people while I was here. I just want to share a concern I've thought of, that if just a few people in the crowd were able to be noisy, disturb it, and shut down business, if that's the precedent we're going to set, then all it's going to take is a few people to come into meetings, be boisterous, be noisy, and we're not going to be able to get county business done. So I'd be concerned if that's a precedent that gets set moving forward. I'd hope there's some other solution we can figure out. Definitely need to have people maintain order, but we also need to get county business done. Thank you.
So basically, Blech is an emotional whiny bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. And thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Gail Potasek, Grants Pass, Josephine County, State of Oregon, the United States of America, North America.
Oh my God.
Earth, the Milky Way, and the ever-expanding universe.
Excellent.
And I know that's a lot. In fact, it's over the top. And some would say it's even silly. And so it would be natural for somebody to chuckle or chortle, or perhaps even guffaw over it. It's a natural reaction. Yet last week, some of us had the same natural reaction to what was being said in this meeting. We were chastised by Commissioner Blech, who is the chair of the commission. Yet it went further. We all patiently waited as we were told by Commissioner Barnett, whom the commission had selected as its negotiator in the agreement between the county and the library, that they had reached an agreement that all parties were agreed upon, and to quote him, was a win-win for both parties. And we all waited patiently and listened to public comments, of which the vast majority were in favor of the library, and many indicated that they wanted the agreement signed that day. And I was surprised then when Commissioner Belch said that he wanted to table the discussion so that the commission could have a discussion. I mean, at this point, I got up in a snit. And I left because it was ridiculous that something that had drug on now for months and was fully negotiated and that was agreeable to all parties was going to be further stalled for additional discussion.
Nearly 8 months.
And when Commissioner Barnett said that he wanted to vote on the agreement that meeting, the audience supported him spontaneously with applause and discussion. And you again, Commissioner Blech, immediately closed the meeting. We're all adults here. We are not children. A spontaneous act of support of a commission member should be celebrated, not V-rated. You asked us to treat you in the proceedings with respect, and we asked to be treated with the same respect. Thank you for your time.
Mic drop.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Our
Yeah!
favorite again. Yes.
Commissioners, Bill Hunker, Merlin, Oregon.
God.
Mr. Blech,
gunslinger.
I'm concerned that you don't have much of a knack for your job. Once again, last week you allowed arrogance to muck up your privately crafted persona. This week, it seems important to go over what you misrepresented about my comments last week. But last week, you either didn't listen, or did listen and didn't comprehend, or possibly you don't have a knack for note-taking. No, Mr. Blech, I did not say that 88,000 people voted for you. And I didn't say that you said that I did. I'm somewhat concerned about your communication abilities when you so publicly misrepresented my comments. Fortunately, there was a large group in attendance that did listen and began to murmur like quiet cattle when you were sharing your lived experience. Their murmurs brought you back to reality. Twice publicly, you have said that 88,000 folks trust you. I was explaining that no matter what you believe to be true, declaring that those 88,000 trust you is not objectively quantifiable. You have nothing but a belief that 88,000 people trust you.
God.
My example about those who voted for Mr. Barnett was that although Mr. Barnett also said that 88,000 people trust him, he at least has proof that 27,000 people momentarily trusted him on Election Day in 24. He can objectively quantify those numbers. You, however, can only objectively quantify that 2 people voted for you. So we're back to where we started. Stop saying that 88,000 people trust you.
Oh, man.
It is not true, so stop saying they do, because it is objectively unquantifiable. It is a figment
He doesn't know what that means.
of your imagination.
Blech doesn't know what that means.
No, Blech does not.
Hopefully, that's clearer now.
God, I love that guy.
He's one of my favorite commenters on here. Now, to be fair, one of my other favorite commenters, he's sitting in the back. He commented on both of these meetings.
Okay.
The only reason I passed over him was because it's just we have a limited amount of time.
We got a time crunch here.
And both of these times, this guy was short enough where it's like I feel like I could sneak him in.
Okay.
But hold on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus
Good morning,
Christ.
Commissioners. Winnie Grants.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to like this lady.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about the lease for the library. It took you a while to work on this. That was giving the community library $1 a year for their lease. It's continuing enabling of the library. They get over $1.5 million a year from us taxpayers. And then you want to give them a building that could bring in substantial funds for $1 a year. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome.
That doesn't apply here.
Yeah.
The library has plenty of money from taxpayers in the district. It's a community library, not a county library.
She doesn't know what those words mean.
What
Properties
the
are
fuck?
constantly being brought in to fund them more, like today, as commissioners approve those wanting to opt in. You are listening to the squeaky wheel, not the majority of the citizens.
Okay, so just to check.
Okay.
If this is the squeaky wheel, not the majority of the citizens, where the fuck are the majority of the citizens coming in to rebut the squeaky wheel?
Yeah. Where are they? Where are they, lady?
Yeah, this is nuts.
Use this building to bring in at least an average of the going rate per square foot.
Why do you feel the need to continue to give to the library? Don't burden the already overstressed and overburdened taxpayer with this ridiculous lease.
Redundancy.
Just say no. By the way, the definition of enabling is doing something for someone or something that they can do for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jim Ciano, Josephine County. So I was over understanding that this lease that's pending here, we've already talked about the $1 a year type rent, but my biggest concern is the clause of cancellation. And it appears to me that this clause is all on the side of the tenant and not the landlord. And I've never seen a rental agreement like this before.
He's pissy because no termination for without clause lease
runs the show. And you basically have taken all the power away from the commission, and I don't want to see that. The commission has to maintain authority over that property during the rent. And if there's something that goes awry or a circumstance causes the tenancy to be in question, it has to be the commissioners that make that decision and do what's necessary to keep the county solvent. So I appreciate that if you would look that clause up and strengthen it, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yeah.
How much does the how much money does the sheriff's department pay for their building?
I don't know, but I know where you're going with this, and I don't know the sheriff's department, but other places that rent from the county.
Yeah.
The YMCA. I believe Southern Oregon Options.
Okay.
And something about Southern Oregon Education District, Service District. All pay $1 a year.
Weird.
Here's what gets weirder. All of those have leases that are not 5-year. They're 25 to 30-year leases.
Yeah.
And in those leases, the termination lease is termination with cause, not termination at will, like what this guy's arguing for and what the library had before.
Okay, so follow me here.
Okay.
The library is a government entity.
Yeah.
Correct?
Technically, sure.
Okay. So why the fuck are we here?
Because
why the fuck?
Because
why the
assholes
fuck
and
are they?
retards.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly,
now,
that's why we're here.
Keep this guy in your mind.
Okay.
For a little bit later.
I'll try.
He's not going to come back, but just foreshadowing.
My name is Colette Burke, and I'm here to talk about the library lease.
Could you say the name a little bit louder? I'm sorry.
My name is Colette Burke, and I'm here to talk about the library lease.
So, other than the library lease, I include this person because this made me happy. Remember the protest?
Yeah.
And the kid who was being stalked?
Yeah. What?
Yep, that's them. So I just wanted to have this on there because it's like, that's awesome. And I just want to at least hear what they have to say.
Okay, okay.
The fact that you would even consider cutting money from a nonprofit organization is ridiculous. It's absurd, and it shows the quality of our city government is just that low. Do you think our founding fathers would have wanted an open and free source of information for the public to have cut funding, to be at risk of shutting down? There are children that go there to get storybooks to be read to at night. There are high school students that go there to get reference books, to write essays for their public school. The library is a cornerstone of public education and always will deserve funding. And the fact that you would even consider raising the lease, and for what? To fund the prison roof? There's other taxpayer dollars that can go towards that. Cutting the library is an unnecessary measure. Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The only correction I will make of that is it's a mistake you've made before. It's not city, it's county.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You made that mistake before.
Sure.
That's I just like to point it out because I'm a prick.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's easy to make because we are in the city that is in the county.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I know.
But yeah, it's like, again, right on point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Vicki Palmerton, Grants Pass. I'm just really frustrated with people who come up here with misinformation or their own opinions and state it as fact. There was there a huge outcry when the county gave the Flying Lark to a church that will never pay any kind of property tax on that?
Yep.
Or was that okay because it was a church? And no, all of us that are part of the library district cannot afford to go pay for the things that you're speaking about. Then let these people pay for it. Some of us use the library. I use it every day. I listen to online books. I do not, as a senior citizen, know where I can get a free computer or where I get these free services that you speak of. Some people get up here and speak about. But my frustration and that the county needs this money, our county is doing okay right now. But people get something stuck in their mind and then they come up here and present it as fact. And I find that frustrating. And I feel as if, as the commissioners and the board, that when you hear something that you know is misinformation being spoken from this podium, it would be nice if not to denigrate the person, but only to make sure that people realize that no, that was not a true statement. We could get up here and say anything we wanted about you, and it wouldn't have to be fact. You would then want to correct that. And I guess I would like to see going forward where people who state things that aren't fact, and you know they aren't fact, not your opinion, fact, that maybe a disclaimer can be said afterwards. Thank you.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
No, of course not.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Hey, before I bring it back to the board, I would like to show my appreciation for everybody's civility and politeness in their public comment this morning. It is very much appreciated.
Great.
All right, with that, I'll bring it back to the board, and I would make a simple request. There were lots of comments made in regards to the lease at 200 C Street. I'm not telling you can't, but what I would like to do is later on in this meeting address, if you want to, those issues then, so we don't do it 2 times. There's no duplicity here. But as I said, you can speak to whatever you want to. Okay, thank you, Commissioner. A couple of quick responses. Again, as I said earlier, I appreciate everybody's conduct here at the meeting today. I expect that from everybody, and that's out of a concern of respect. We're all respectful. We want to respect each other, and I understand the First Amendment gives us right to speak.
Yeah.
We can speak whatever we want, whether it's truth or not, as long as it's not personal attacks and it's not personal attack and it's not disruptive. I believe that everybody needs to be heard. As you may recall, at the last meeting, I gave everybody an opportunity to speak longer than the rules allow. I did that because I think it's important that everybody be heard, whether their opinion is left, right, up, down, wrong, right, doesn't matter.
No clapping.
We're here to listen to everybody and make our decisions from that information.
And again, as we've established, this only goes for people when they're doing stuff that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Or it's like, because when somebody who's in his field is doing something, he ignores it.
With that, I think it's important that the meeting be run in a manner where a few people cannot ruin it for the rest of them. It was mentioned at the last meeting that a few people had not followed decorum, and that's not true.
No, everybody.
The video that was posted did not pick up the unruliness of the majority.
Again, the majority. The unruliness was people.
Yeah,
clapping.
Yeah,
when people were giving kudos to a commissioner, and that irked him.
Yeah,
so.
Say that again, the majority of the people that were in attendance, and that was my reason for continuing that meeting last week.
Fuck off. No, it wasn't.
I want to point out one thing. I may have misspoke. I make mistakes. My apologies. I never meant to say that I was elected. I never meant to accuse anyone that they stated that I was elected by 88,000 people. I want to be clear when I say this is that I take my job seriously. I am responsible to all citizens of Josephine County. That is my responsibility.
But that's not what he says.
That right there is a guy that, thinks he knows his job just because he got it handed to him. Oh, I know everything now.
Yeah, no, again, it's like the fact that that's been corrected of him, not once, twice. This is the second week in a row where that has been corrected. He's finally starting to catch on. It's like, oh, fuck, I need to backtrack stuff. So, yeah, he's backtracking.
Not one person, not 5, not 1,000. It's to every single resident of Josephine County, and I take that responsibility very seriously.
Sure you do.
Next up is other matters. This is where commissioners may bring up any other matter before the commission. Commissioner Smith.
Well, I just want to speak again to what we used to call summer, now we call fire season. Just be careful out there. We've gone this far through this fire season with no major fires, and kudos to the federal agencies that have done such a great job of putting these fires out. Just be careful out there when you're dealing with fire.
Yeah.
We don't need one that'll last till November. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Under other, Commissioner Barnett?
Board business. I just wanted to give an update on the double slide situation. Yesterday Tuesday, gave an information that we were going to clean that up this Saturday. Just want to let everybody know that got delayed. We had everything in place to clean that up. Collaboration with U-Turn for Christ, Park Watch Grants Pass, citizen volunteers, myself, the mayor, sheriff's office, Grants Pass police. So many people I can name, right?
Religious
so
group and
we
a
were
far
trying
right
to clean
group
up an encampment that's abandoned on railroad property on west side of Grants Pass, Upper River Road area behind one of our cemeteries, right? So we went up there yesterday, had everything in place, ready to go at 8 a.m. to show a collaborative effort to the community. Well, the railroad forgot to tell me one little bit. We got the application in, and it could be 6 to 8 weeks to get notification. It's not saying it's not going to happen. They're working with us very hard. They're very much appreciative of that we're doing this. They're even going to pay. I got them to pay the dump fees as well. Okay.
Oh, good.
So I'm trying to make a deal that's fair and balanced all the time. So everybody's like, oh yeah, donate this.
Fox News.
Make them pay for it. So the railroad property owner is going to pay for it, but our labor is going to be free as a collaborative goodwill for the community, and everybody's going to step up to do that. I'll let you know when that happens, 6 to 8 weeks. I'll put us in October, where it'll be a little cooler anyway. But we're going to need some help, and I will ask for some help more at some of these meetings. But I want to give the board an update on double slide. So that's all I have.
Great.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing under other. We'll take it to agenda item number 9. That's announcements. Commissioner Smith?
I have no announcements other than let's not turn fire season south on us at this time.
Let's not burn everything down.
Yep.
Thank you, Commissioner Barnett.
Thanks.
Yes, Forward Operating Base, Southern Oregon, is out in front of the courthouse right now. If you see their tent popped up, they're trying to help some homeless people rehabilitate. So the parks have been shut down, and it's a veteran-led organization, and they're just trying to assist to help these people get back on their feet. They don't have to take it, but they're there today from 9 to noon. That's Forward Operating Base, Southern Oregon, and Pastor David Buell is heading that up. So kudos to him for doing that.
It has to be
and
religious.
then also next Friday, we're going to have a Purple Chair event right here at the courthouse on the front lawn as well. And that's to show drug awareness in Josephine County. People that have passed away from drug overdoses.
Purple chairs.
So we have people there. You'll see a lot of purple chairs with pictures of the people that overdose that are no longer with us. Just a gentle reminder that drugs kill. And overdoses kill. So we have a problem ever since I was a kid here with drugs coming in here, and it's not getting any better. So if you see that Purple Chair event, that's 9 to 5 next Friday.
Okay, so just to pause.
Like again, like these people, like he said, well, this has been a problem ever since I've been a kid. Well, gee, I wonder what the fuck that you keep doing.
Yeah.
That's not solving the fucking problem.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not against him bringing like this up. It's
no,
annoying.
I'm not either.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's like there's a pastor. It's like, okay, whatever. You shouldn't have to mention there's a pastor. That shouldn't factor in this any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's just I do find it funny though. It's like it's just a subtle. It's like, dude, a picture of a dead person on a purple chair isn't subtle.
No.
So, anyways. We're almost there.
Okay, come on.
Home stretch.
Please, God.
And I just wanted to give them kudos for doing that as well. And that's all I have, Chair.
Okay, thank you. I have nothing under announcements. And we'll move on to agenda item number 10. This is a public hearing for the county real property located at 200 Northwest C Street. And we'll open this hearing right now at 10:57.
I believe this is the library.
And I would like to afford this opportunity for this board to, if they choose to, respond to any comments that were spoken to earlier. And then I would like to deliberate, and then after that, I would entertain a motion, if that pleases the board. That's the direction that I'd like to go moving forward.
Sure, that's fine.
No objections?
Yeah.
No objections.
Okay, I'll give it to you, Commissioner Smith, if you want to respond to anything or
It's
discussion.
important that we remember that the library is not the only one with $1 a year lease. And it's not the longest one with $1 a year lease.
Yep.
The YMCA, which is a community service, has $1 a year lease. Options, which it gets a lot of pass-through money from the state, is $1 a year lease.
Yep.
So it's not the only entity in the county that gets $1 a year lease.
So here we have Ron Smith defending the fact that it's a $1 a year lease.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Barnett, any comments or discussion?
So when I raised my hand to run for county commissioner, it's for the people, by the people, and that's the way I thought it was supposed to be run. And you're supposed to be listening to the people that tell you yays and nays. That's how our system works. So now that I'm up here, I get to listen to both sides.
Yeah.
Loud and clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was appointed in here to help smooth this lease agreement along. This is a landlord-tenant agreement, something pretty basic. But this came bigger because it's a community thing, and we listened. We listened for months.
Yep.
And I wish more people would show up and voice their opinions at things, because you got yays and you got nays. And I really appreciate both sides stepping up. As you can see, there's an overwhelming support for the library.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't deny that.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Okay.
You can. You do. He has frequently lied about many things. This just doesn't happen to be one of them.
Right.
Continuing.
There's an overwhelming support for a community library, whether I use it or not, whether you use it or not.
Okay. All right.
I understand that.
Great.
This is a community we all have to live with. And there's people that want the library to pay their fair share. I got that too, loud and clear. As a business owner, I understand that.
Oh.
So how do we make things fair? And going into these negotiations, we had our words, didn't we, Ms. Lasky? And your attorney. And I disagreed with some things, and you guys disagreed with
He's
some
saying
things.
a lot of
I had my
things
legal
without
counsel in
saying
the
much.
room.
Yeah.
I did some tough love in there.
Oh, here we fucking
Why
go
can't you
again.
pay more? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? Vice versa. So I did go into the ring, if you will, to try to find out the best outcome for all.
Holy
And the best outcome for all right now, and if you were in my shoes, is a win-win. Because I can go to bed at night and feel we did a win-win. It's not going to please everybody 100% of the time. I get it. But the big result is we have something in our community, whether you use it or not, that's community-minded, and the overwhelming support for it has been there.
Yep. Come
And
on.
I understand pay your fair share. Yes,
Wrap it up.
I understand library has money. So do other entities that are here in the county. They have money. I get it. They're trying to build a new library, and I guess they're breaking ground in 2027. So I don't think they're going to be there permanently. But this is something that's very political. It's something the community has demonstrated in support that I've never seen. And when you have support like that, How can I look the other way? You guys, the people that did vote me in, not all 88,000, I get that. But I've got to look out for 88,000 people. Even the people that didn't vote for me know me now. And I've talked to them. I'll shake their hand. I'll listen. I'll go into places where it's uncomfortable, and I've been doing that for you to show you that I am tough. I can go in the lion's den. I can get beat up a little bit. I get beat up every week.
It's the Chris Barnett show.
This fucking hurts.
I know.
I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too.
Kind because my staff said you need to wear that button today.
Oh my fucking God!
I'm trying to do that.
Well, at least your wife didn't tell you to wear
it.
We don't know that.
And this library lease is showing respect. It's showing some love. It's showing community tie. It's showing that we're not going to pay. The taxpayers aren't going to pay no more. I want to get that clear. I said, look, library, if you get something for free,
I know, right?
If I got something for free, I'm responsible for it. That's the way business works. So we agree, whether some of you like it or not.
It's a service.
God! They're going to pay for the upkeep. They're going to pay for the roof. I'm going to make them pay for the roof. It's a deal.
Okay.
And it's fair.
Okay.
We went back and forth on
Can we
that.
just
Jesus Christ.
It's
fuck.
Fair. We're going to maintain a Josephine County building in the interim.
He just milks time.
They're going to leave us.
Yeah.
We have other leases like that where they've improved the building. We're going to be on a cycle to check. Our property manager, Helene over there, I've been in touch with her. Hey, we need to check our buildings out. I want a little report, just like a landlord would do. Landlord-tenant agreement. This is what this is. And if they break that agreement,
but that's not.
I'm going to hear it from Helene.
That's the lease.
Going to hear it. We'll have to do something
yeah.
about that if you're not caring for an asset of the taxpayers. So I know that this is uncomfortable for any of us to deal with. Because there's people that are not going to like our decision. There's people that are going to love our decision. But just understand that we're listening to be fair and balanced for the betterment of our community, period. And I think we need to make our decisions all the time that way.
Please, God, can we just get to the fucking vote? Come on.
I'm a conservative. I'm a Republican.
God! Fuck off!
Listen, everybody.
Fuck you, you motherfucker!
The military's taught me that, to serve everybody.
No, it hasn't!
I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your background is. Treat me with respect. I'll treat you with respect. Period.
Just fuck off.
That's what we need to start doing more.
No.
I'm sorry I'm going on and on about this.
Yeah.
It needs to be
I'm sorry, too.
That we need to be better to
Ron
each
looks
other on this
miserable.
stuff. And let's get this behind us.
Okay, shut up.
I want a good resolution out of this.
Stop talking.
Just let you know.
Stop talking.
And I appreciate the people that voted me
Stop
that aren't going to like whatever we decide today, or they may like it.
Or they may
Just
may
wanna
not
know,
like
let's have
it.
some love in this.
They won't.
Not everything is perfect.
People are not going to like it.
Oh, my God.
Hey, thank you, Commissioner Barnett.
That was a marathon.
I know that in the past there's been some discussion about my inability or perceived inability to serve at the capacity that I am here because I have no paper trail. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on LinkedIn.
Who are you?
But let me tell you a little bit about myself here.
Oh, God damn it.
I have negotiated close to 100 commercial lease agreements in the last 30 years. Not for somebody else, not for a friend, not for a partner, for myself.
So for himself. Okay, so he's not done this in a professional thing for others, only for himself.
Yeah.
Looking out for my best interests. And what we're doing here today is we've got a lease where I feel obligated to look out for not my best interests, but for the best interests of all Josephine County.
So something that 100 dealings you've done have given you no experience for. Congratulations.
Wow. Come on.
I look at this lease here and I see, and I'm not going to enumerate them all, but I see 14 deficiencies where I feel like this lease agreement here is weaker, in fact, than the lease agreement we are under right now. And I just want to point that out. I'm not going to.
This is the lease agreement that they terminated that he's talking about.
My God.
So the current, he's saying the current lease agreement that Barnett has spent months negotiating with as a competent person, that there are 14 deficiencies, and it is in fact worse than the initial. Okay, so let's continue.
I'm not going to bore you all here with this, but I just want to point that out, that This is something that I have experience in, and I see some serious deficiencies here. I know there are a lot of people that are happy, a lot of people that are not happy, but I want all the people out there in Josephine County to know that I am not in agreement with this lease right here. It is not good for the citizens of Josephine County.
Okay,
This
so
will
he's a
have
no.
financial repercussions on our county, on our citizens, and there will be political ramifications of this lease on the people here up on the dais. And with that, I will now entertain a motion to approve the matter of authorizing the execution of the lease agreement here with the Josephine County Library.
I make a motion to approve the lease as stated.
Okay, I'd like to make an amendment to that motion, and I would like to share with you here the red letter copies of the lease. Please pass that down. You have a copy? I would like to direct my colleagues here to section 15. This is the termination clause. I would like to make an amendment to the agreement that the termination clause as presented here be stricken and be replaced with the original termination clause that is in the current lease agreement. And I reiterate that the termination clause that is in the current lease agreement be put into this agreement here before us. That is my motion to make that amendment.
I'll second that motion with amendments.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, just to be clear, this is only to the amendment, and we'll come back to the lease agreement after that. So please call the roll.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Commissioner Barnett?
Yes.
Commissioner Blech?
Yes.
Motion carried 3-0.
Okay, just to affirm, we have a motion. Could you restate your motion and also recognize the amendment that was just agreed to?
So I make a motion to approve the library lease as presented for the county real property located at 200 Northwest C Street.
So I'm going to point something out here before we continue.
Okay.
What's going to play out here and what's playing out right now makes me think one of a couple of different things.
Okay.
One, Chris and what's about to happen and what's been happening is purely performative.
Okay.
This is... Blech is basically saying, hey, the termination lease, where it's like, we can't terminate them unless there's cause. He wants to change that to the previous one where it's terminate at will.
Okay.
And right now, Chris is agreeing, they passed that motion.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
And that the library gets to continue operations at 200 Northwest C Street with the amendment.
Okay, just to confirm that we're all on the same page, your motion states to approve the lease with the amendment to strike the termination clause that is in the lease agreement as presented and replace it with the one that is currently in effect.
So I withdraw my motion. I don't like the termination clause in here.
What the fuck?
So Barnett
is happening right now.
The other potential here is either Barnett's playing a role or Barnett is a dumb, ignorant motherfucker. Because he just literally had it spelled out for him that this is what Blech wants to do. And then when it was spelled out again, it's like the kid that was caught sleeping in class going, wait, what? No, I want to change my answer.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, remember, last meeting, Barnett did the same fucking thing at the end of it.
Yeah.
When he will motion to, no, I want to do this now. It's like, then you weren't paying attention. So I am, for the purposes of potentially the recall, but also just pertaining to Barnett's character.
Yeah.
Either he is not serious about this and he is playing a role, or he's a fucking moron.
He's a moron.
Both can be true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue.
I don't agree with that.
It gets so much worse.
Okay, we have the motion withdrawn. Somebody like to make another motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the lease as stated that was presented to the board.
I'll second that motion.
Where the fuck
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
No.
I have a little discussion. I kind of agree with the amendment on the termination in this new lease. The termination language is not strong enough. We have a situation in the county concerning our demic properties where we have public health and we have planning. If that property were to sell, we have to have a location to be able to put those. And so we have to leave our options open for us as a board to where we're going to put these county offices should that become necessary.
Okay.
These people are complete fucking morons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to make a motion to bring that original language back in here.
What the fuck? What the fuck is happening?
The termination clause.
What the fuck?
Lease is very weak.
What?
So if I
Protect the county.
If I understand you correct, you're making a motion to amend the
Where are
agreement here
we?
before us to include the termination clause as is
You
in the lease agreement currently and strike.
Yeah, West literally, or yeah, sorry, not West. God damn, this is how fucked up this is, and it's also getting hotter than hell in here. Ron Smith literally just did this thing of like, yeah, no, I approve as it is in the current lease.
Yeah,
like the lease.
They both did.
Yeah. And now Ron is pulling a 180. It's like, oh, well, wait, hold on. The lease that I just approved of us going forward on that Chris Barnett just negotiated.
What?
The stuff you brought up, I actually have stuff about that.
When Blech brought that up, when Blech brought the amendment up in the first place, both of those assholes should have been like, no, okay, end of story. No, let's vote on the thing.
Yep.
Instead, they said, yes. Where are we right now?
Now, keep in mind, remember how earlier we had that one commenter who brought up about the weakness of the termination of the lease?
Uh-huh.
I think that has a lot to do with this. I think, because I don't think that's anything. I think Blech was looking for a way out.
Uh-huh.
And when that was brought up, it's like, idea. And he is trying to sink his claws into this.
God.
So, let's continue. We've got like 5 more minutes total on this.
Okay.
The one as presented in the red letter.
I want the termination language that was in the original lease, which is something that the library already agreed to one time, that we should put that back in there.
May I please be recognized?
Yes.
Thank you. The termination clause that's in the lease, the current lease has a termination for convenience clause, which is rare in lease agreements and not advisable. And it puts my board at risk of being evicted without cause or notification. For cause, and this is a short-term lease. This is a 5-year lease. And we will renegotiate the lease in year 5, beginning in June of that year with the sitting commissioners. That is a short term, and we need to have stable housing, stable place for library service in order to plan to be able to move. It is not a household. It is a business that requires stable, certain
I wouldn't even say a business. This is a service.
Yeah. In a building
yeah.
that it has occupied for quite some time. We are collaborative. We understand that there are other concerns, but as a business, we need that certainty. That convenience clause is not advisable, and it was an important negotiating point
Blech, you
for the
fucked up.
library district board.
You
and
fucked
I am
up.
asking you to retain a normal termination for cause and termination for egregious acts. And we will take excellent care of that building, and then we can renegotiate it at year 4.5. That is a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
So just to be clear here, for fun, for shiggles and gits, the YMCA options, and those.
Yeah.
$1 year lease, they do not have a terminate at convenience clause in their leases. So she is right.
Yeah.
And keep that in mind because we're about to hear something fun.
Thank you. I will point out that this termination clause is not unusual. It
Lying
is
sack of
common,
shit.
and in fact, it is in the current lease right now.
It is in the current lease right now, but hold on. You know what's not in the lease right now? What's not in the lease right now is that the library has to pay for maintenance, like the fucking roof or all this stuff. But it is in the current one. And he is not negotiating that, hey, we should remove this, but also get rid of the roof requirement. We'll pay for that.
Yeah.
So he's saying library has to pay tens of thousands of dollars, and then we can kick him out whenever the fuck we want with that cause. So, yeah, that's Blech. Now, this is where it's going to get more fun.
Oh, God.
The way the lease is. So with that, I understand the motion that was made by Commissioner Smith is, correct me if I'm wrong, is to have the termination clause in this new lease that is the same as in the current lease. Is that your motion to amend?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I will second that motion. Any discussion?
No?
Okay, hearing none. This is on the amendment.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Commissioner Barnett?
No.
Commissioner Blech?
Yes.
Motion carried 2-1.
Okay, at this time, I will entertain a motion
So they changed the lease.
To agree to this agreement with the amendment as was just agreed to.
I'll make a motion to approve the lease as amended.
I will second. Any discussion?
No?
Okay, hearing none, please call.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Commissioner Barnett?
No.
Commissioner Blech?
Yes.
Motion carried 2-1.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we will wait to hear back from the library, giving them the authorization to sign this agreement. And
So it's a change in the lease. So now the library has to review the lease that's been changed and agree to it. So
once it's signed, and bring it back to the board, and we will sign it. All right, thank you, everyone. They can have their...
So now this is after. They took another break because it's been long. I only include this for one very specific reason. There's going to be audio here I don't care about.
We're going to get started. We have a quorum here. We're going to go to agenda item number 11.
Barnett's gone.
And which is a public consideration for American Mining Research, an application for mining lease at the St. Peter mine property in Josephine County here. This is a matter for public consideration, and we will start this right now at 11:21. I would like to mention a couple of things here before we get started, and that is in the testimony part, or the opportunity for the public to speak. It will be on this subject and this subject only. We will not be hearing anything outside of the scope of this consideration here before us right now. So, just as an outline, what I'd like to do is have the county present a synopsis of where we are and how we got here.
By the way, Barnett is red-faced. He looks like a fucking little strawberry right now.
Yeah, he does.
I think he was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And then I would like to get the applicant to give a presentation, and then there would be an opportunity for public comment, and then maybe an opportunity for a rebuttal type of thing, and then make a decision.
You're a jerk off.
Come on.
That. So if we could ask you, Councillor Hicks, to give us a synopsis of what we have here and how we got here.
Something Wally Hicks.
Look at the reduction of crowd. Wow. There is less than half. I would say, Nay, there is less than a third of the people that were there before that tomfuckery of a thing.
The fuck?
So this is the end of the video.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
I just wanted to demonstrate, that's how many people, that was a fuck up and a travesty. Now, one little thing to wrap up before we get into this, and I'm not going to read the whole article.
Okay.
The Daily Courier, very shortly after, had an article about this and the library's response. And to put a vulgar point on it, the library's response was, fuck you. It wasn't really
As it should be.
I mean, it wasn't really that, but the board's response was basically like, no, we're not agreeing this lease.
Yeah.
As it should be. But no, in effect, it was, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I share that sentiment, and I look, I'm not going to put words in the library's mouth. They probably didn't mean to say fuck you. I mean to say it. Blech, fuck you. Ron, fuck you. Barnett, look, you are participating in this, and you are one of the reasons why the library lease got terminated. Fuck you. So I wanted to bring that up just to round that out. Right now, the library's in the stance of, we still have time before the lease is over for the year. We're still going to keep negotiating this. And I am here for it. I wish them best of luck. But we just went through 8 months of being jerked around for nothing.
This episode is going to be our longest episode, and nothing changed.
Yeah, no. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
What a bunch of fucking morons.
I know.
I came in here expecting, a vote on the library.
We got it.
I guess so, but we didn't.
I know.
And what I just witnessed was people who don't know. That is literally people who don't know how to govern.
Yeah.
That was a spectacular failure.
It was.
Nobody listened. And when they did listen, they were like, what? And I am dumbfounded at what just happened.
It's insane.
That is rage-inducing.
It is. So you're welcome.
My God.
And keep in mind, I cut this shit down. There were a lot more comments on the library and other things.
That's crazy.
But, okay, we're gonna wrap this episode up.
It up.
We're almost at. We're gonna be shy of 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no, we're done.
So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, reach out to your local politicians, and I still advocate for reaching out to Cliff Benz and Commander Chris. Also, please reach out to absolutely do. I'm sorry, right now he's on the top of my shit list, and definitely reach out to him and make him feel uncomfortable. He is an incompetent little shit, and make sure he's aware of it. Now, keep in mind, be civil. No threats of violence, nothing of that. Do not say anything that can be construed as violence. Be very careful with your words, because he comes across the kind of little shit where it's like, if you say something and it definitely doesn't mean this, but somebody could take it that way, he comes across as the kind of guy who would choose to take it that way in order to get people in trouble. So again, be careful with your wording. We are going to be having a petition for recalling of Barnett and Blech. This is a Josephine County only petition. If you are a listener and you are in Jackson County or outside the area, you cannot participate. I wish you could, but it's the rules of petition. We do not want to break these rules. Please try to get people involved in this petition. The petition is going to start when this episode releases on Monday. And just a heads up, once it starts, there are 90 days to get 7,500 signatures for the recall petition. And that's not total. That's 7,500 for Barnett and 7,500 for Blech. We need to make sure we get out there. We get people to sign this stuff. If you can sign it, please sign it. Because the last recall that happened with West, it happened, but they barely got that in. They got just the minimum requirement of signatures 2 days before the 90 days was up. And we have to do that for 2 of these assholes now. So please, if you have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, please be sure to email them to maltliquorsocialists@gmail.com.
I need a vacation.